No doubt all this talk about Hyper-V has got you thinking about all of the machines that you can now get off physical hardware and out into the virtual world. You're probably itching to get all those old clunky servers and just throw them out, and that's going to save you space, it'll save you power, and you'll get a nice shiny new machine to play with. However, what you might not be so excited about is the work that lies ahead in taking all of those physical servers and building new virtual servers. You've got to reinstall Windows, you reinstall applications, restore data, change all that configuration. It seems like a lot of work. And you'd be right, it is a lot of work and there must be a better way. Well, thankfully there is. If you're using Virtual Machine Manager, then you'll appreciate the fact that it now gives you the ability to take a physical machine and convert it to a new virtual machine with very little effort. This means we could let Virtual Machine Manager do all of the work and we can save our time for doing other things. And you'll appreciate the fact that this is really quick and really easy, in fact so quick and easy that this video will be short and sweet. Since the application does all the work, all you need to do is pretty much run through a straightforward wizard. So let's get to it. So in our Virtual Machine Manager console over here, in the Actions pane on the right, we'll choose the second option to convert a physical server. Now this will start up the Convert Physical Server, or P2V wizard, and you'll hear a lot about P2V, physical to virtual, that's what it stands for. So the server I'm going to choose to clone is going to be 10.32.0.80. We'll need to type in the name of an account that has administrative permissions on this target server. So I'll be using our domain admin's account again, and we'll enter in the password for that account. We'll click Next. Now we'll need to name our new virtual machine that we'll be creating from the cloned physical server. So I'm just going to call this P2V, and the owner is going to be the account that I'm currently logged on with. I'll leave the description blank. We'll click Next. And here we'll need to tell the wizard to go off and scan that target machine, scan the physical server that is, to see what sort of information's on it. And as it says up here, it's going to temporarily install a VMM agent on that machine. All right, that's fine by me. I'm going to click Scan System, and then we'll need to play the waiting game while this machine pokes around on that target machine in the attempt to discover what's inside. Okay, well it's done. It comes back, it tells us what operating system the target machine's running, how many processors it has, the hard drives it's got, and its network cards. So let's click Next. It's going to ask us here for each of the hard drives in our target machine, how do we want to handle the conversion to a virtual hard disk. So this is how much data we currently have on our C drive, and the default is going to create a dynamically expanding virtual hard disk on our channel 0. Now you could change the capacity of the virtual hard disk here if you like, or you could set it to say a fixed size if you prefer to do that. You could also change this from an IDE channel to a SCSI channel. So we'll go with the defaults. We'll click Next. The wizard here is going to try and match the source computer's CPU and memory to our virtual machine. So this is what I have currently on our physical machine. I've got 2 CPUs on there and I've got 4 gig of RAM. So that's what it's suggesting that our virtual machine should also have. Now I'm going to set this to a lower amount here. I'll set it to 1 CPU and let's say 1 gig of RAM, and we'll click Next. Now it's going to ask us to choose a host machine to create this virtual machine on. So I'll be choosing my Hyper-V host here, and we'll click Next. All right, now where do we want to create this virtual machine? Instead of leaving the default here, because I understand that doing a clone of this server is going to take up a fair bit of space, I'm actually going to put this on my root of my D drive here, and we'll click Next. All right, what virtual network do we want to use for this machine? Which really means, of course, what network card do we want to use? It's going to be this one. We'll select that. We'll click Next. Now we can choose to never automatically turn on the virtual machine when our host server starts. We could choose to automatically start it up, or only start it up if it was on when the physical server stopped. Now we've already seen these options before, so we'll go with the default and we'll save the state of the virtual machine when the physical server stops. We'll click Next. Now the wizard will do a quick last minute check to be sure that there aren't any issues with performing this physical to virtual conversion, and it all appears to be good, so let's click Next and we'll get our summary screen here. Now as normal, we can choose to start up the virtual machine once we've deployed it, we could view the PowerShell script that will create our virtual machine. Now I don't really need to do any of that, we'll just click Create and the job will start. So in this video you've seen how you can migrate physical machines to a virtual machine using the Convert Physical Server wizard. Now if you have access to Virtual Machine Manager, then that's a great way to go, but if not, you can still do your physical server conversions without having to spend any money on additional software. You just have to do these things manually. So we hope you've enjoyed this video and would like to thank you for watching.